Hey everyone, it's David's package here. I have a bit of a cold right now, so I thought this would be an excellent time to do an Anachronox glitch video, as I've clearly caught some kind of bug. Here's me stuck in the intro screen, where the Anachronox logo just floats over a black background. It takes a while before I realize it. This is a major glitch that I mentioned in the combat tutorial. If you don't save your game and quit and then reload the game, at a certain point this will happen. Basically, the game tries to load the scene where Boots gets accosted by an alley goon right outside Rowdy's once again. Only the area isn't properly loaded, the alley goon is nowhere to be found, and basically the whole thing is incomplete.
There's a special introductory offer at the Temple of Beating up the street. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to brush.
So now the combat tutorial proceeds, with Boots just far outside the level. And as you proceed, you go into the second part of the bug.
Was it something I said?
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to brush up on those self-defense skills, don't you think?
And since the area isn't properly loaded, once the scene is completed, Boots just spawns somewhere high above the map and starts falling down infinitely. You can sort of maneuver yourself to drop back onto the Temple of Beating area, but you stay stuck outside the geography. One very common issue that I nearly always experience is items resetting. Basically, anything you picked up gets put back into place, but you still have it in your inventory, so now you have two of them. That gets kinda weird, especially with the taco collecting, because now you can collect more tacos than are actually supposed to be in the game. I think it might be related to the introduction of the autosave system, which doesn't properly store what has been removed from an area and what has not. It's very likely to happen to me somewhere in the rest of the LP too. It's not just the items that reset, but enemies can be put back into place as well. Except the weird thing is that aside from areas where enemies are supposed to respawn, these enemies are not actually hostile. They're simply there, going through their animations, and they're not doing anything. Weird. So I already mentioned that the part where you have to tail Lucko Coldwolf gets kinda buggy. A lot of people have experienced problems with this. If you don't leave the screen at the right moment, then Lucko will have disappeared, and you have to start over again. In fact, if you're very unlucky, the game will kill you if you try to turn around. I had it happen to me on an older computer, but I can't seem to trigger it on this one. So with the patches written by Joey Leal, the game received an autosave system. Your game gets saved automatically when you enter certain cutscenes or new areas. It's pretty useful actually, but it also tends to get a little bit glitchy. For instance, if you load an autosave game at certain points, then Boots gets spawned into the room just beyond the Mephadine Door Lord who's guarding the Mistech tunnels. And that's weird because Boots is not supposed to be able to enter the Mistech tunnels without Grumpos. You can actually fight your way through a large part of the Mistech tunnels this way, soloing as Boots. It's a little bit more difficult because Boots hasn't actually leveled much yet, but once you get to the part where Boots and Grumpos have to get onto the boat, the game spawns Grumpos in, and I'm pretty sure everything just proceeds as normal beyond this point, with just a bunch of event flags having been triggered, but potentially you could sequence break the game a bit like this.
beefed up security since the Dianimo fiasco.
In this rare situation, a cutscene takes place in an area where you earlier fought a pair of enemies. If you reload the game at the start of that cutscene, the enemies, a pair of cave crawlers in this case, are walking around in the background of the scene, looking kind of ridiculous. Well, that's some of the more interesting glitches I could come up with. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do another glitch video further in the game, because most of the glitches actually seem to occur in the Anachronox area. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can shake this cold, and when I do, I'll be back with more Anachronox videos. I have to go.